Guys, this is for the ultimate steak, a blowout meal, something special for the weekend. This is a double steak, double thickness. This will feed 2 greedy or 4 people. We're gonna create an incredible crust, amazing flavor, and still get beautiful, blushing, juicy meat on the middle. This is taking steak to a completely different level. Let me show you how to do it. This isn't about the everyday. This is about going the extra mile to create a weekend feast. Trust me, your friends and family will love you for this one. This is the côte de bœuf. It's been French trimmed. That means the meat off this bone has been removed. It's got 2 different cuts within the one cut. So we've got this cap meat here, which is darker, it's delicious, it's sweet. It's the bit that I always fight over on a roast 4 ribber beef. Then you've got this eye meat here, kind of a little bit more like a tasty sort of sirloin of steak. Notice the intramuscular fat, right? This is a good thing. It means that that fat will melt and season and take care of that meat, and it means flavor. To go with the ultimate steak, I want to give you the ultimate golden, crunchy roast potatoes. Get yourself some Maris Pipers. I've tested loads of these, and they're the best. I'll just peel it with a knife, and that's what I want. A nice 2 squash ball sized piece of potato. Parboil them for longer than normal, around 12 minutes, until they're almost a bit mushy. Drain and let them steam till dry for an awesome crunch on the outside and extra fluffiness on the inside. Let's do it, let's cook it. So we'll preheat the tray and the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit. We're gonna use 2 fats here. Olive oil, butter. That's gonna give it color and a lovely sweetness. Then we're gonna go in with a really important herb to beef and potatoes, good old rosemary. Apparently an antidepressant, so we can all do with a little bit of that. One more thing, guys, to take it to that extra place. 1 bulb of garlic, no peeling, no mucking about, just give it a good old spank and into that fat. Right, now you want to coat all the spuds. Give them a big fat herby kiss of love and a good sprinkling of sea salt. Bung in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour at 220 until golden and crisp. Now, time to cook up the steak. So what I want to do is show you how to perfect the perfect steak. First up, I'll give it a good rub all over with sea salt and finely ground black pepper. Beef loves pepper. You want to get this out of the fridge an hour and a half before you cook it, because if I took you off a beach in Ibiza and threw you in the sea in Iceland, right, you'd be like, ah! And that's what that meat's going to do if you try and cook it like that from the fridge, right? So we want it to be nice and gentle. So in this pan, I'm going to add some oil. I'm going to go in fat side down. Let's get the fat touching the pan first. Let's get that fat rendering, and it'll also put more fat in the pan, which will kiss the meat later. I'm just sealing the steak at the moment. Then put it onto the face, just like that. Now, you remember, we want to go for double steaks, right? Double steaks allows us the ability to create that bark, that crust, that flavor, that beautiful, beautiful look and feel, okay? You can't do that with a regular single portion of steak. Cooking at the weekend is all about taking the time to create something special. So turn that steak every minute for perfect results. Look at the fat dancing around here, okay? That's what we want. That's gonna create that amazing flavor. Next up, make yourself a herb brush. Any woody herbs will do, rosemary, thyme, oregano. Get a wooden spoon out and tie up all the herbs with a piece of string. Ah, flavor, perfume, care, simplicity itself, absolutely gorgeous. I like the beef medium rare, but my wife loves it just blushing. So I'm gonna cook it for 6 minutes on each side. Once it's gnarly and gorgeous on the outside, give it a good baste with the juices from the pan and leave it to rest for 4 minutes. Now, an amazing tip to take your ultimate roast potatoes to a whole new level. Get down to Boots. Go and get those funny little spritzer things that your wife buys to put things on her hair or on her face, or I don't know what the girls do with this stuff, and do something really real with it, right? We're gonna plonk in some herbs, any spices, anything that gets your thing going, right? I wanna fill this up with a kind of flavoured or spiced vinegar, cider vinegar, white wine vinegar. Even here, I've used chili and red wine vinegar, right? I have 2 or 3 of these hanging about, and when I'm roasting meats or potatoes, I pull it out when it's sizzling and put it back in the oven, and it gives it this little hidden, invisible something, right? This is proper secret stuff. I shouldn't be telling you this stuff. This is how we go the extra little level in the restaurants, okay? And that's what you get. When the potatoes are nearly done, spritz on that layer, back in, 30 seconds, dehydrates, sticks to it. It's gonna be subtle, don't worry. I'm not talking like fish and chips, but there's gonna be that little bit of something on the little bit of crust, on that little bit of roast potato that just punches you in the face and goes, Booyakasha! Shimon! Ow! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Tell you what we're gonna do, the next bit, we need to squash them. The ultimate roast potato needs to be squashed, okay? Get something flat on top, and we're just gonna squash it. The fluffiness comes out, the crispy bit goes flat, so we're gonna get more surface area of crisp and more fluff exposed. Finish them off with another spritz of vinegar and a final sizzle in the oven. Now it's time to slice up our steak. Season with sea salt and mix some good quality extra virgin olive oil with the juices. Drizzle all over the steak to keep it lovely and moist. Juicy steak, the ultimate roast potatoes, and a fresh lemon and watercress salad. Now that's a proper weekend treat. It's steak night, and I want to show you the best steak ever. This is the ultimate T-bone steak, sirloin, fillet, beautiful beef dripping potatoes. And the best condiment ever, salsa verde. Let's do this. First up, I've used some fantastic red skin potatoes. I've cut them into like inch chunks, skin on, right? And then I've whacked them in water with 2 beautiful bulbs of garlic. Now, by parboiling them for about 5 or 6 minutes, you soften the potatoes, but most importantly, you convert that garlic to being creamy on the inside. And when it goes in the pan with the beautiful beef juices, it's gonna be caramelized and gorgeous. So spuds and garlic are on. Back to the steak. What you want to say to your butcher is, can I have a lovely T-bone steak? I want it at least 2 to 2.5 inches thick, 1 big chunk. You get different cuts. You get the sirloin, you get the fillet. This is going to be an epic thing. Get your steak out of the fridge an hour before you cook it. Very important. Now, we can see there's different thicknesses of fat here. Even it out, slice up this fat, put it in a pan. It's going to give you more flavour, because you're cooking steak in steak fat, but also this is gonna go on your potatoes. So it's like a double whammy. I'm gonna season it generously with black pepper to not just flavor it, but help create a bark, a really dark, gnarly outer skin, leaving you with a juicy, gorgeous, sumptuous inside. Sweep the crispy bits to the side, and then place this steak fat side down. The girth or thickness of the steak is holding itself up. Now, drain the potatoes. One of the benefits of being on the end of a pier, we don't need a sink. Give them a good old shake. So what I'll do is get a bigger pan on, a little bit of olive oil, then go in with our potatoes. What I want to do is season it, and then in with the crispy bits. They got a lot of love to give still. If you have a look in this pan, we can steal a little bit of this beef fat. And this is gonna make the best crispy potatoes ever. So back on the heat to get golden and crisp all over. That might take 30 minutes, depending on how big your pan is. So look, back to this steak now. Let's have a little look. Sizzling, dancing fat, gorgeous. So now, onto the bone side. You're gonna get that heat going through the middle of the fillet and the sirloin. Also, bone marrow will find its way out, and it will end up kind of getting rubbed on the outside of the steaks, and it's gonna be delicious. See that fat? We'll put this meat straight into it. We're gonna use this rosemary brush, dab it in that fat, and I can smell already the story is changing. Cook this steak 1 minute each side, and you wanna keep as much juice inside that steak as possible. So 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, kissing it with rosemary again. This steak now has had about 4 minutes on each side. I'm gonna cook it medium to rare. So that will come off the heat now, and we're gonna let that rest, okay? Give it one last kiss of oil to protect the meat. It can dry out if you don't give it a little oil. Just look at these amazing potatoes. I wanna add some lovely thyme. If you put the thyme in for the last 10 minutes, you get the most delicious flavor. It's so, so good. So we'll put that back on the heat. That's just now on a low heat, just ticking away. So amazing potatoes, amazing steak. The perfect thing to go with it is the classic salsa verde. It's normally with parsley. I love it with mint also. Grab it at the top and just rip it off. So then we want to add some other fragrant bits and pieces. Gherkins, 2 or 3. Then anchovy, the thing that so divides people. You will not taste the anchovy, but it will give an incredible depth of flavour. Garlic, just a little half clove of garlic, a heaped teaspoon of capers. Now what we do is start to slice up. Once finely chopped, add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a glug of extra virgin olive oil, and a splash of good vinegar. This is like the Italians' equivalent of horseradish sauce, mint sauce. Beautiful. And now, time to serve. You can see how the juices have rested out. We love all that. So this is when your friends and family are around. You do not want them to miss out on this bit. Use your carving knife to follow the bone and take off the fillet. Then we've got the other side of the bone. And off it comes. Take the fillet and I can just slice it at an angle. You can go a little bit thicker now on the sirloin. Lay it out with pride. Take the juices and I will pour that all over the steaks. The salsa verde. Look at that. Crispy potatoes. Oh my Lord. That's what it's about. Outrageous. Come on, enough talking, let's just do it. Get yourself one of those gorgeous potatoes. A little bit of steak, nick a bit of the garlic. That beef, melt in your mouth. Every mouthful, you've got flavour, 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 flavour. And that salsa verde is an absolute game changer. The tang of the vinegar and the cornichon, the capers, the garlic. Wow. There you go, lovely people. I know you love your steak and chips nights, but why not take a little bit of inspiration from our Italian brothers and sisters? Cheers.